Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where I read and review books to find my passion of reading and writing back. It's going to be an unpopular opinion today. This book, out of everyone that I've seen recommend it or talked about it, they love this book. And the book is Daisy Jones and the Six. I don't know how to word this. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't see the hype about this book. I don't. I am sorry. I ended up giving the book 2 stars. And like I said, I've seen videos where people are like, this is a 5-star book. This is a 4-star book. It is amazing. I went in with the hype, thinking like, oh, this is going to be a good book. I knew it was going to be interesting because the book is in interview form. And my thought was like, it'd been nice if the book had like a piece in the beginning, like saying like, explaining like how the book came to be. So instead of you like sitting there like, okay, should I read this as like behind the music that MTV used to do? I don't know if they still do it. Like something like that. Or should I read it like a documentary about the band that you find on Netflix? Like, how do I read this? That was one of my things. Number 2, I couldn't connect with any of the characters. I didn't find them relatable to me. Probably because knowing fully well that it was a book based on a band and like how they formed and everything and how they get together, I was thinking like, because I went to school for this stuff. So to see like the relationship between all the different characters and everything and how they like magically mended together, I was like, I know it happens, but it's like, and they're like the best of buds, nothing gets in the way. It's like, it didn't feel really relatable to me. It felt unrealistic for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the bands I worked with never drank, they never did drugs, and this book they do drugs, drink, sex. So it was like they do the hardcore rock and roll. And this is another thing that I couldn't feel or relate to because I couldn't figure out like the music they were doing, because they're talking about rock and roll, but I know rock and roll in the 60s and 70s was different than rock and roll in the 80s and 90s. So I was like mixing the two, it was so hard for me. Because, I'm trained in the music field. Like, I studied every era in college because I wanted to work live shows, tour the world, work with bands, make them sound good on stage. And just seeing, like, the behind the scenes of how this band came to be. And it's like, it kind of felt like the book was more focused on their problems and everything than like their success, if I'm making sense here. It was like, I don't know, I was like nitpicking everything, and I was like, I couldn't connect with the characters. It felt unrealistic to me. It felt like they were more focused on the drama than the actual success of the group and everything. Like, they would talk about, like, oh yeah, we had an interview with Rolling Stones, and this is what happened when they came. But it's like, it still felt unrealistic to me. It could have, in the book's defense, things could have been very different from, it was different in the 1960s and 70s and how they did everything compared to when I worked in the music field in the early 2000s. Yeah. Early 2000s, 2010s. So, the teens. But yeah, I was in the music field until I couldn't do it anymore due to an injury that I took that I got during one of the shows, so I can't do it anymore. But it's like, it could be different what I went through than what it was in the 60s and 70s. I don't know. I wasn't born then. But I'm still unpopular. I didn't like the book. Would I recommend the book? Yeah. I would recommend it to those that were like looking for something different, that was a quick read. I would recommend it then. But I would also tell, I was like, don't have any expectations. Just go in it without knowing about the hype, without knowing any of the reviews. Just go into it blindly. I made the mistake. I was so hyped up about this book, and I was so excited to get it because it was such a long wait list. And then I just came out disappointed. So I ended up giving the book 2 stars. I can't apologize about it. It just might not just be a book for me. I thought it would be a book for me because it's like, all right, a book about music. And it wasn't really about music. It was just about the drama in the music. So, not a book for me. So, that's all I have to say. I'm sorry if people hate me for this, but I did not like Daisy Jones and the Six. But if you guys have a suggestion for me to read that is music related and doesn't just focus on the music, or just focus on the drama in the music field, but also focuses on the music part, I'm all ears, because I would love to relive my good old days when I could go to concerts, run the sound, do the setups. But due to a knee injury, I can't do it anymore. So, but I would love the nostalgia. But anyways, I'm gonna head out. If you have any other suggestions of books I should read, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will add them to my ever-growing list of my to-be-read list. But until next time, I hope only good things happen to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!